Good morning to you all. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning again. How are you? A new week. It's nice to start with a smile. Okay. Now, if I want you to do something, I want you to open the door. How can I express that? I can say, open the door. Open the door. Okay? Could you open the door? Will you open the door? Can you open the door? You must open the door. You should open the door. What do you think of the sentences? When I say, open the door. You should open the door. You must. You can. You should. You have to. You may. Now, what do you think of the sentences? Thank you. Thank you. Now, what do you think of the sentences? When I say, now, do you want this form of sentences when I tell you open the door? What do you think of this one?
It's an order.
It is an order, yes.
It's impolite, maybe.
People don't accept orders, okay? It's much better to be friendly with people, right? You should be friendly, we should be polite with people. So how can I be polite? How can I express politeness with people? Thank you, yeah?
Can you open the door?
Very good. Can you open the door? Look, it is more polite. Thank you. Shall you open the door? Thank you very much. Good, yeah?
Would you please open the door?
Would you please open the door? Thank you. Good.
May open the door?
May you, okay, open the door. Thank you very much. Thank you. Or may I have the door opened? Yes, again. You should open the door. Now look. Okay, should is repeated, okay? Now, you should, you must, you can, you have to. Now, different forms, different ways. Okay? These verbs in English are called what? Modal verbs. Good. Why did we use them? Now, which is better to say? You must open the door, or you could open the door? You could. Okay, it is more polite. Very good. It is more polite. So, modal verbs are used in English to express what? Attitudes. To express attitudes. You want to be polite with some people, more polite with other people, less polite with other people, formal with some people, informal with your friends, and so on. That's right. We use modal verbs. Modal verbs express attitudes. They are very necessary in communication. So you have to be careful when using them. Okay? You should be polite with some people, or you should be more polite with some people than others, right? That's why we use the right modal verb. Let's begin by this exercise. Correct the errors in the verb forms. Correct the errors in the verb forms. Yes?
She can saw it. She can see it.
She can see it. Thank you. Okay? She can see it. Thank you. Yes, Dua.
She can to see it. Drop بيته.
Okay. So she can see it. Good. Thank you. Yes, Najwa.
She can see it without us.
Without S. Very good. Thank you. Yes, please.
She can see it. Drop us.
Drop S. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good. Yes, again.
Can you pass me the rice, please?
So can you?
Pass. Please.
So can you?
We change.
Okay. That's right. Thank you very much. Good. Yes, please. Yeah.
Do you can see it? Can you see it?
Okay. Can you see it? That's right. So we say can you see it? Can you see it? Thank you. This should come here. Okay. Good. Again.
They can't go there.
So again.
They can't.
They can't. They can't go there. Thank you. Good. Yes, please.
They aren't able to pay.
To pay. Thank you very much. To pay. Now, can, okay, is a modal verb, right?
Yes.
Now, what do you understand from this exercise? Modals have special nature, okay? They behave in a certain way in grammar. They have certain grammatical behaviors, right? They accept some things and they reject, don't accept, refuse other things. What would you say? Now, from this exercise, what do you understand? Yes, please.
Modal verbs should follow by infinitive.
Very good. Now, modal verbs should be followed by, okay, we say bare infinitive.
Yes.
Bare infinitive. What is the bare infinitive? It is the base, base form. Can you give me an example? Yeah? Eat. Right. Play, sleep, clean. Okay, they are base forms. They are bare infinitives, okay? So you should say, you can go. He can go. She
Can go.
can go. Now, she goes. She goes, but she can go. She should go. He must go. Okay? Now, she can see. She can see. They should be followed by a bare infinitive. Good. This is one point. Another point. Yes, please. Yeah. What do you understand? تفضلي.
Modal verb don't take s, final s, when is the subject she.
Very good. They don't accept the final S. Okay? You know, she can, he can, I can. So this final S should be dropped. Will, can, could, may, might. They don't accept the final S. But the other verbs, the lexical verbs, the other verbs, go, play, can, they are called what? Lexical verbs. Okay? Now lexical. Yeah, lexical verbs. They give us meaning. Like go, sleep, come, write, drink, clean. We say I go. She goes. I play. He plays, and so on. But I can. He can. It is the same form. So again, modal verbs don't accept the S. Good. Yes, what else? Yes, please.
When we make question, we put the modal, then the modal verb, then the.
Okay. So we should have verb, subject, order. We should start with the verb, then the subject, okay, with the modal. Thank you very much. Now, what about this point? You did not comment on number 2. Yes, please.
Basic modals don't followed by to except or to.
Very good. Thank you very much. They are not followed by to. You must go. You can go. Don't say you must to go. Okay? Don't say you should to go. Well, but ought to, only. And you know? And what?
Able to.
Able to. Okay, they are something else. They have, okay. Now we are talking about modals. Now we will talk about able to. Just wait, please. Now what do you understand from this point? Number 6. Number 6. Yeah.
Don't use verb to
Yes, don't use verb to do. So if you use a modal verb, we don't need the do support. Okay, this is in grammar called do support. I need do, does, did to help me to make questions. For example, But if I have any modal, will you, should you, okay, can you, and so on. We don't use the do support. No need for the verb to do. That's right. Thank you. And next one.
When we make a negative statement, we added not with the can just.
Very good. So they accept the not. We said they don't accept the final S, but they accept what? The not. Okay? So they accept the not. And finally, what do you understand from this one? Yes, please. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, what can you say about modals? Tell me. What can you say about modals? We use modals to express attitudes in general, okay? Attitudes, good. Politeness, okay? Advice, request, and so on. Thank you. And ability, good. That's right. That's right. Thank you very much. Now, what about the grammar? How do they behave in grammar? In grammar, yeah.
It should be followed by a negative infinitive.
Okay, should be followed by a base form or bare infinitive. Okay, bare infinitive. You know, some books call this is the infinitive. To see, it is called infinitive in some books. Okay, this is called infinitive. To see, to eat, to go, to come. But let's be more accurate and say bare infinitive without any addition. Okay? Base form. It is the base form. Go, ride, come, play. Okay, so they should be followed by the bare infinitive, by the base form, and
They don't, modal don't take final S.
okay, they don't accept final S, but they accept what?
Not.
Not. Thank you. Good. And yes, again.
Make a question, you put the modal verb at the first.
That's right. Any questions? We start with the verb, then with the subject. Okay. Will you? Can you? And so on. Yeah.
It doesn't accept S, but it accepts not.
Not. Thank you. Good. And yeah.
Be able to should followed by to.
Should be followed by to. That's right. Thank you.
Modal verbs, it is strong verbs.
Okay. Thank you. Now, as we said, okay, yes, read the introduction, please.
Modal adjectives generally expects speakers adjectives.
Attitudes,
for
yeah,
example,
this
modal
be express your attitude. Okay, yeah.
attitudes. For example, modal can express that speaker feels something is
Yeah.
necessary.
This is necessary, yeah, yeah.
Necessary, advisable,
Advisable, permissible, from
possible,
permission, okay?
or
Permissible, can I do it or not? Yes, go, am I allowed or not? Yeah.
or probable, and addition, they can convey the strength of those attitudes.
Now they can convey the strength of those attitudes. Now listen, you must come early. You have to come early. Are they the same? No. Okay. You should come early. You know. So they convey the strength of those attitudes, and you know, politeness. Sometimes you should be, for example, polite with some people. With other people, you should be more polite. Okay. So you use words to express the first situation, the first attitude, and words to express the other attitude. Thank you very much. Now, this is important. Each modal has more than one meaning or use, okay? This is very important. And remember, as you will see, thank you, as you will see, these are the modals. They are made up of how many words? One word, except had better and ought to. Thank you very much. Would you read the modals, please?
Can, should,
Yeah.
must, had better, would, shall, may, could, will, ought to, may.
Thank you very much. Okay, as you see, they are made up of one word except what? Had better and?
Ought to.
Thank you. Now look. Look at the examples. These are called what? Subject pronouns and personal pronouns, right? Good. Now, usually with lexical verbs, I say I can, you can, I live, you live, he lives, she lives. But look, I can do, okay? You, he, she, it, we, you, they. Okay? So they have what? They have the same form. They are followed. They have the same form, the same shape. They are not changed according to pronouns, like other verbs, the main verbs or the lexical verbs. And they are always followed by what? You can drink, you can write, you can leave, you could leave, you had better leave, you may leave, you might leave, and so on. They are followed by what? Infinite base form, okay? By a base form of the verb. They are always followed by the base form of the verb. Good. Now look. What do you think of this sentence? She, yes, who can comment? Yes, Samahir.
She can do it.
Yeah.
Can adopt us because the modal verb not at us.
Very good. Thank you. We should drop the S because they don't accept final S, okay, with he, she, it. Okay? We say what? She can do it. Thank you very much. Yes, what about the other sentence? Now, who can read and make a comment? Comment. Yes, please. Dua.
She can to do it. We drop to because can didn't follow by to.
Okay. Can is not followed by to. And not only can, all the modal verbs are not followed. Thank you. The other one, yes, read the other one. Read it. Yes, and what do you think of she can does it?
She can does it.
Yeah, what do you think of this sentence? Yes, now, what do you think of this sentence again? What do you think of this sentence?
She can does it.
Yeah.
The modal is should followed by the base form.
Very good. So we cannot say she can does, she can do. She can play, right? She can eat, she can write. Modals should not be followed by, okay? Should be followed by base form. She can do. And finally, the last one, yes, Asma.
She can do it. Modal verb didn't follow by has. We must say she can do it.
She can do it. Thank you. That's right. They should be followed by the base form again. This is wonderful. Now, what about this sentence? What about his sentence? What do you think of this sentence, Nada? Read it.
He ought to go to the meeting. Ought should followed by infinitive to
Okay. Ought should be followed by the infinitive. This is an exception. Okay? This is an exception. No, look. Ought to. Ought to go. Ought to come. Ought to write. And so on. Okay, good. Now, make a summary. What did you learn from this page? What did you learn from this page? Who can make a summary? Yes, Marwa.
Some of the verbs should be followed by the base form of the verb.
Again, some of the verbs.
Some modal verbs.
Most
of them.
Most of them,
yeah,
some of them, all of them. What do you think?
Most of them.
Most of them. When I say most of them, it means that we have exceptions. Yeah. So some accept. Some accept other forms. Let's see complete.
What I mean
okay.
is that
Okay.
most of them, like can, must, may, these modal verbs must be followed by the base form of the verb without to. But some of them, as ought or yes, or
Ought to.
Yes.
You know, by the way, now we look. Able to, be able to. Are they mentioned in the modal auxiliaries? No, they have other classification. Just wait, okay? They have other classification. So only ought to.
Yes.
Only ought to. We are speaking about this one. Yes, go on. So the exception is what?
Ought to.
Okay.
Or ought itself, it must be followed by an infinitive, which is to plus the space form of the verb.
Thank you very much. Good. Now, phrasal modals. Phrasal modals. Okay. What is the first one? Can you read it? Is it clear? No. You cannot be able to. Okay, be able to. So, be able to is classified as what? A phrasal what? Okay. It is classified as a phrasal modal. What are the other phrasal modals? Who can read them? Yes, can you see them? Read from your book if you cannot see.
Be going to do.
Be going to do.
Be supposed to do.
Yeah, good.
To do.
Have to do.
Have got to do.
Okay, thank you very much. Now listen. Are you able to? Are you able to? I am able to. He's able. He's not able to. Okay? We are going to visit. We are going to play. We are going to write. Be able to. We are supposed to finish early today. We are supposed to finish early today. You have to study hard. Exams are coming. You have to study hard. You have got to. You have got to leave now. You have got to leave now. Now, when I say, I'm not able to continue, does it mean I can't continue?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Do they have the same meaning?
Yes.
So, now when I say, I'm going to visit him,
I will.
does it mean I will visit him?
Yes.
Now, what do you understand? What would you say? Yes, please.
Can and could express to ability.
Good, thank you. They have almost the same meaning. And,
Similar to.
be going to and will.
Similar to can and the same.
That's right. That's right. They express what? The same attitude, the same meaning. They have almost the same meaning. Now, again, they have a meaning, or their meaning is similar to what? To some of the modal auxiliaries. Their meaning is some of the modal auxiliaries. Now look. Now, modal auxiliaries. What are the modal auxiliaries? Are they the modals the same?
Yes.
Yes, they are the same. Okay, they are called modals and they are called what? Modal auxiliaries. They are the same. Now, what do you notice? Be able to do, going to do, supposed to do. They are followed by two.
2 plus.
One speaker, please. One speaker, yes.
These phrasal modals should follow by to and should take a pair and
Very good. That's right. They should be followed by to and the simple form of the verb. It is the base form, the bare infinitive, okay? When I say you are supposed to finish, we are supposed to finish today. To finish, to go, to come, to write, and so on. Look at this verb, this exercise. Complete the requests with what? I or you. So what shall we use? Only I or you. Which sentences have essentially the same meaning? Which sentences? Now, I'll give you 2 minutes. I think will be enough. All of you, please do the exercise. All of you do the exercise. Then we will talk about that. Complete. Only use I or you. Just a minute, 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. Still, time is not over. Okay, you are in a hurry today. Yes, tell me. Yeah.
Could I see that book?
Look, I'm writing your answers. Then we will discuss the answers, okay? I write whatever you say. So could I? Thank you. Number 2. Yes, please.
Could you hand me that book?
Could you? Good. Yes, please.
May I see that book? Thanks.
May I? Thank you. Next one. Yes, please.
Can you hand me that book?
Can you? Good. Thank you. Next one. Yes, please.
Can I see that book?
Can I see? Next one. Yes?
Would you hand me that?
Would you hand? And the last one, yeah? Will you please? Will you please? Okay, now let's look at the answers. Let's look at the answers. Could I see that book? Thanks. What do you think of the answer? It is a polite request. Okay, so can I use I? Yes. I'm requesting something. Okay, thanks. Good. Now number 2. Could you hand me that book? Could you hand me that book? It is what? That's right. It's a good answer. But what do you understand? What do you understand? Okay. Well, it is a polite request. Could can be used with what? With I and you. Okay. So you can request something for yourself, and you can request the others to do something for you, right? Good. Thank you. Now, what about this one? Yeah.
Also a polite request, but it's more formal than could.
Okay, thank you. It is a polite request. Okay, may I? May I? Now,
Can you hand me that book? It is also a polite request, but requesting something from other to do.
thank you. And can I? It is also a polite request. Good. Now, would you? Okay. And will you? Okay, they are polite requests. Now, all the modals in this exercise, okay, now are used. We use them with I and you, except would. Look, it is used with you. May. Very good. Okay. So may is used with what? With I. Did we use it with you in this exercise? No. Now, why? We want to know. Just wait. Now, may, as you see, may I borrow your pen? This is what? A request, as you said. This is a polite request. Please is written between 2 brackets. Why?
We can
We can use it and you can drop it. Very good. Now, may I have your pen? This is a polite request. If you want to be more polite, you say what? Please. Okay? So you express, we said, modals express attitudes, feelings, right? Now, how do you feel? You are talking to your father. You are talking to your teacher. You want to be more polite. Okay? So can you express the degrees of politeness? Could I borrow your pen? This is again what? This is a polite request. Okay? Now, could and may are used with polite requests. But the difference is what? Which is more polite?
May.
May more formal.
That's right. It is more formal. May is more formal. Could is much more common. We don't say it is less polite. It is very polite. Could is a polite, used with polite request. Okay? But, it is more common than may. May is used, but it is formal. Formal in writing, for example, in formal situations, attitudes, and so on. Now, what about might? Can I say might?
Yes.
Look, might is also possible. Might I borrow your pen? Might I borrow your pen? Is it a polite request?
Yes.
Yes, it is a polite request. So it can also be used as a polite request. But again, is it formal or informal? It is also formal. It is also formal. Now listen. So we talked about may, you and might. What about them? May, might, and could. May, might, and could. Who can tell me what do you know about them? Summarize. Yes, what did we say? What did you learn about them? Yes, please.
May and could, it's a polite request, but may should be more formal. Might can use instead my or could.
Thank you very much. Good. Now, when I say could, in this situation, could you please open the door? Could you please open the door? What is the tense? Yeah. Present. Okay. Present. It is not past. It doesn't express the past. Okay. It can also be used for the future. How? Can you give me a situation? Yeah. Cover all the material discourse, for example. Thank you. It can be used to express a present situation or a past or a future situation, not a past situation. Good. Not a past situation. Now, if somebody asks you, could I have your pen? What would you say? Could I have your pen? Okay. Sure. This is informal. You can say it to your friend. Okay? You can say it to your friend. Sure. This is a good response. But it is informal. But a formal answer, you can say what? Now listen. I want to request something from you, and you give me a good response. Okay? Now, could I have your pen, please? Of course. Yes, of course. Of course, yes, of course. Or certainly, yes, certainly. Could you please use it among each other? Ask your friend to give you something and respond in a polite way. Then ask her and let she respond. Go on, please. Use it. Use it. All of you, request something from your friend. Now listen. Listen. She wants to leave the room, and she's requesting. She's asking for a permission. Just when I make a nod, what does that mean? Yes, you can. Or when I say, I shake my head, it means what? Yes, you can. Okay? So, okay, this also has another meaning if you shake it this way, right? Okay, so you can convey the message, you can convey the response to the speaker by shaking your head, okay, whether you accept or not, okay, or by making what? A nod. That's right, thank you. Now, would you give me your pen, please? Would you give me your pen, please? We talked about can and could, may and might. Okay? Now this is another way. What do you think of this request? When I say, would you pass the salt, please? Is it a polite request? Okay. Will you please pass the salt? Is it a polite request? Yes, that's right. What's the difference in meaning between would you pass and will you pass? Would you give and will you give? What's the difference in meaning?
Would you is more polite than will you.
Okay, now with polite request, okay, they are almost what? they are almost the same. Okay? They are almost the same. But what? That's right. Would you is more common and more polite. Okay, they are the same in being polite. But which is more polite? Would is more polite. Now again, the degree of politeness can be expressed by what? How? Huh? By the That's right, by your tone of speaking. How do you say? How do you make the response? Okay, how? The way you say, the way you accept. This is, you express the degree of politeness. How? You know, your voice can take different intonations, right? So you can change these intonations. Why? To show the degree of politeness. For example, who can express that? Yes, now ask her to do something or to give you something and listen to Marwa. Yeah.
Would you give me your pencil, please? Sure.
Look, sure, look. This is a good acceptance. She accepted in a nice way, yeah.
I think it depends about the questions. Well, not in response.
Again? Okay, also the answer. Also the answer, you know. Now again.
For example, raise your voice when you ask a question. When you feel nervous, for example, would you like this?
You are right. You are completely right. We are coming to this point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other hand, you can say, will you?
You are right. Thank you very much. So again, the degree of politeness can be expressed by your voice, whether you are requesting or you are responding. Okay? Yeah. Thank you. You are right.
For example, when I ask you, when I am a student asking you as a doctor for a request, I may say with a low voice, for example.
That's right.
Could you speak? Could you speak up, please?
That's right.
When I talk to Yasmin, she's my friend, so I say, could you please give me your pen?
Okay.
That's what I mean.
That's right. Exactly. So it depends on the one you are speaking to. Okay. Again, the degree of politeness.
Yeah.
How much polite you want to be, or you are with the listener. Now, what about could you? Could you and would you?
The same meaning.
They have
The same
the
meaning.
same meaning. We said would you is used to express a polite request. And what about could you? Okay, they have what? The same meaning, but they have a little difference. They have a little difference. Now, I want to call my friend. I want to call my friend. Look, I can see that she is having a mobile. Could you give me your mobile? Could you give me your telephone, please? Could you give me your telephone, please? I know that she can. Okay? I know that this is possible. It is possible for her to give, right?
Yeah.
But Nada, I don't know whether she is having a telephone in her bag or not, or whether she is holding a telephone or not. I'm not sure whether it is possible or not for her. So I say, would I use your telephone, or could you give me your telephone, please? Would you give me your telephone, please? Okay? I don't know whether it is possible. It is a request. But I'm sure that she's having, okay, a telephone with her, and she's using the telephone, and she's always having a credit in her telephone. Okay? So, could you give me your telephone, please? Could you means again, and it is possible for you to do. It is possible for you to do. Is that clear?
Yes.
No question? Now, look at this page. Can you please pass the salt? Can you please pass the salt?
Yes.
What do you think? Is it a polite request? Can you? Is it a polite request?
Yes.
Just a minute. Does less polite mean impolite? No. It is polite. Okay? Now, you are very polite with your parents, but you are less polite with your brothers and sisters. It doesn't mean that you are impolite. No. You are polite with them. You respect them and they respect you. Okay? But you say what? So you keep code, for example, for your parents, for your teacher, and can be used with, okay? That's right, between your brothers, between your friends, and so on. So, now can you give me your telephone? Can you give me your pencil? And so on. What's the response? How can you respond that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'd be happy too, or I would be glad.
That's right. Yes, I'd be happy to. I'd be glad to. Yes, I'd be happy to. Can I have your book, please?
Yes.
Yes, I'd
I
be happy to. Thank you. Can I have your pencil, please? Okay. Yes, I'd be glad to. Yes, I'd be happy to. Can I have your pencil, please? Okay, thank you. Can I have your pencil, please? Okay, thank you. Yes. Now, also you can say what?
Certainly.
Okay, and this is an easy and a nice word. And with your friends, you say what?
Sure.
You say sure. But sometimes, sometimes you want to express another situation.
Yes.
Okay, a negative situation, but also you want to be polite. Okay? Now, she's requesting my pen. Okay? Yes, would you request my pen, Marwa?
Could you please give me your pen?
I'd like to, but I need it in writing. Okay? I'd like to, I'd like to. I'm ready. I want to give, but I need it in writing. Okay? Now again, is it a positive or a negative response? Negative. I don't want to give. Instead of saying no. Okay? No, I want to be polite with her, so I'd like to, but again, I need it. Okay. I'd like to, but I need it. I think it's time to stop today. Okay? Look at the exercises in your house. Just a minute. Barakallah feekum, and thank you.